I've always wondered how much damage a single survivor could do to a group of players that are fully geared and have a fortified base. Now, if this survivor would make the right plans and execute them accordingly, and with a little bit of luck of course, it is possible that they could cripple and if not take down the base and the group of players entirely, forcing them to start over. So I've been playing on this expansion server for a few days now, and it's been a lot of fun. So far on my short adventure, I have noticed a lot of huge bases that look like they could have a lot of money in them, or some crazy gear that could earn us a huge payout, or even set us up for the entire time before the server wipes again. Now, I've always had this idea in my head, something I've wanted to do for a very long time, and it's quite obvious, I imagine, and that is to get a bunch of gear, sell it off, make some money, and with that money, buy some raiding supplies and take down one of those huge, rich bases, earning us that big payout that could set us up for the entire time. Now, of course, we would face many challenges ahead, one being I'm by myself, so if I die at any time, I could lose a lot of progress setting us back, and if I die at the wrong time, I could lose everything, completely crippling and if not, stopping this adventure once and for all. I made my way to a tent I had hidden away with some supplies in order to build a base. I started fortifying it right away not to waste any time so we could get out there, make some money, and get the supplies that we needed in order to raid someone. This base didn't need to be very big anyway, just something safe and secluded in order to hold everything that we gain along the way. I'm also a big believer that a lot of groups overlook small bases and they really think that the less significant looking bases don't have anything worthy in them. So this would be a really big advantage to us if no one looks in here, that is. The fact that I was able to find 2 barrels not too far from the base and that they were close to one another was pretty nice. They hold a fair amount of storage that would help us stock up, and so far I had a tent, 2 barrels, and a secure base. It was a pretty good start, I think. A double gun rack kit. Now I know you may be thinking it's just a double gun rack kit. I could sell it, make some money, and put that money towards our raiding gear. Why not? I probably should. However, this gun rack kit is actually probably going to be the most important item I find for a while now. See, it holds 20 weapons without taking up any additional storage, leaving me with 2 barrels and a medium tent to fill up, giving us a chance to go and sell for a bigger payout. I was having more luck than I realized. I not only found that gun rack, but then I ended up running into a fridge and a locker kit. So I decided to test my luck and go to Tizzy Military to see what we could find up north. I grabbed everything I possibly could. Even if I wasn't going to use it, I was going to sell it, so it was mine. We found all kinds of stuff, even one of my personal favorites, the Mark 17. And then even stumbled upon a gun that would help us on the night of the raid, or maybe even defend the base if need be.
Pretty sure I just seen a guy. Yeah.
I know I could have easily taken a shot, and why not? Well, here's the thing. We already have everything from Tizzy, so what's the point? We could go sell it, make some money, and be on our way, yet again getting closer to our goal. Or I could shoot them and die, they'll find my identity, and then I could become a target. See, on this server, with the identity being revealed, we're gonna have to choose wisely on who we take out. I even let the AFK guy go in the forest. I'm on my way back safely, logged off for the night for an early start the next morning. I had no idea what was going to happen Saturday. I just had the plan of getting on early before everyone else had logged on and try to make money as much as I could. So with that, I logged in, got my gear right, made sure nobody was lurking around the base, and set off to a close by military outpost, which would be Storoi military tents. Here we could find a fair amount of loot, sell it off, make some money quite early. This would be a big advantage for there wasn't many people online yet. But on my way there, I did stumble into a good-sized base. It could potentially be one of our candidates, so we'll keep it in mind. But for now, I don't have time to deal with it. So we're gonna go around it and check out Mista for a minute. This looks like it was freshly hit. And sadly, it only had a hammer there, but I'll still take it because I could use it to fortify the base more or even sell it for some money. Moving on from Mista, I did start to realize that somebody else could possibly show up to the tents before us. So running as fast as I could, I had to get there before anybody because that was my loot and I didn't have time to wait for it to spawn back in. I gotta get ahead, sell it, make the money, and move on. I made my way through the tents encounter free and was off to sell the gear I had scored from there. It was a good start to the day. Now I have plans of heading north in hopes of getting some more gear. I had also heard that there's a bunch of people building good sized bases up there, so we had a chance of running into another gear player and getting in a PvP fight and possibly getting a payout from them even. Of course, airdrops. Going military base to military base is going to take too long, but if I go for airdrops, I can get all of the gear at one time. The only thing is with this airdrop, it's going to Skalitzy Island, which I've never been in all my time of playing DayZ. However, on this server, it's a weekend, so there is a bridge that is built to cross. Without thinking any further, I just began running towards it. I had to get there. I wanted this airdrop, and it would be cool to check out the island, of course. Maybe the first one here. I don't know. I think somebody's taking over this island. I'll jump off into that damn water. I don't even care. Oh, this is weird. The bridge felt like a death trap for sure. I really thought that there would be a group of players waiting nearby to ambush me, but I made it across safely and saw the smoke at the top of the hill, giving me a rush. I was gonna get the gear, get the money, and become rich. This is insane. Supposed to be. Carefully searching every building I went into, looking for more and more loot. I was finding it, but the only thing is I was also searching for something else. The whole reason I came here was the airdrop. I looked from coast to coast, house to house, and even the lighthouse down around by it, but there was no sign or indication of an airdrop anywhere. No smoke, no container. There wasn't even a herd of zombies anywhere. I started to think that maybe somebody had gotten it, but what little experience I do have with airdrops, I know that they tend to linger a while. The container will be there with, of course, any loot that the other player may have dropped or couldn't pick up. And then I started to think maybe it's bugged. I was slowly starting to believe that I wouldn't get this airdrop. I kept searching as much as I could, but I needed to get out of there. It was possible other teams would arrive because the last that they heard was that the airdrop was headed here. It hasn't been destroyed or claimed yet that they know of. So I was forced to leave with what I had gathered already and say goodbye to Skalitzy Island and my chance of getting the airdrop. I don't know. I actually think either I walked past it or someone took it or it glitched.
I may have walked past it. Nope.
It was a bitter pill to swallow, but I needed to get out with what I had in order to make some money. Because dying with what I had on me would set us back more than you may realize. I have my personal gear that I use to run around with, plus also everything that I've gathered here. That would be a ton of money just wasted, completely gone. And it's possible I could salvage some, but I could also come back and keep dying. So taking one last glimpse around the area, I finally decided that it was probably best to say goodbye. And so I traveled back across the bridge, leaving Scalisty Island, and sadly, our airdrop.
Attachments. Let's just get the hell out of here. Lean trip. Make it across the road, I would say so. Random barrel.
It was an incomplete waste. It was my first time ever going to the island, and I did get some gear that would prove to sell off well. However, the thing that really sucked was on my way back to base to store the gear away, I got a notification and it said that the airdrop had been destroyed by the infected. Now I really thought maybe I did pass it, maybe I left it behind. All of that gear, I set myself back and I may have not even realized it until now. So continuing with the original plan, I went back north, trying to find some gear, maybe find a raid candidate, and even getting in some PvP matches, because those would actually pay out faster than going from base to base, and possibly even more than an airdrop, depending what the player has on them. And just like last time, it was almost like deja vu, except I was just a little bit further north, but I got another notification saying a new airdrop was going to Scalisty Island. I was about 6,000 meters away from this airdrop, but like I said before, I wanted all of the gear I could to make the money, because I wanted to take down this base more than anything. So with a quick decision, I just started running south, back towards Scalisty Island, not caring about anything, running through town after town. I didn't care if I was in the open or staying hidden. Anybody could have saw me, and if they would have started taking shots, maybe then I would have stopped. But other than that, my only goal was to get to Scalisty. This was my shot at redemption, and there was no way I was about to let it slip through my fingers yet again. This time the bridge didn't faze me at all. I crossed it with zero hesitation, but I noticed that the server was about to reset in 10 minutes after I got across, so I kicked on my night vision and began searching for the airdrop. I needed to hurry up, loot it, and get away clean before the server would reset, for I didn't want to be caught out in the open with all of the gear.
There's smoke over here. This it? speaker here.
It's such a hopeless situation, but we do it again. Two lovers on the floor, that ain't no song. Two lovers want more. Oh, it's such a hopeless situation, but we do it again. We do it again. Oh, we do it again. Oh, we do it again. We do it again.
There's one. Shit, I've only got 5 minutes until the reset.
I couldn't believe I had actually done it. I got what I came here for, the airdrop, the gear, and I even managed to take out another player that was going for it. Now the only thing left to do was make my final run across the bridge back to base, and I was for sure with this time somebody would be waiting for me on the other side.
Alright, well here goes nothing. I hope we make it.
I'm a wanted man. I got blood on my hands. Do you understand? I'm a wanted man. I took the pistol and I shot out all the lights. I started running in the middle of the night. The law ain't never been a friend of mine. I would kill again to keep from doing time. You should never ever trust my kind. I'm a wanted man. I got blood on my
Yet
hands.
again, I was lucky enough.
Do you
No one was there.
understand?